So in 2025, I was able to scale my agency to over 10K per month and completely fill my entire calendar. As you can see here, just since June, I was able to get pretty much 3 to 5 bookings per day. It was pretty consistent on this end here, and you can see it just filled the calendar over and over again with pretty much brand new prospects ready to buy our services, right? And one of the main methods that helped scale our business was cold email. Now, cold email is a very, very good way to scale your business and your agency in 2026, and there's a brand new method that a lot of people don't know how to use. So in this video, I'm going to show you a step-by-step exactly how to start a cold email campaign so you can fill your calendar and close deals for your agency right now. All right, so let's talk about the IBD Cold Email Masterclass of 2026, right? So cold email, like I said, is one of the best ways to scale your agency in 2026 and beyond. We got our first client and scaled past 6 figures just using cold email. So it's really, really good if you do it the right way because cold email is scalable. It can be automated very easily and it's relatively cheap to run, right? If you don't have as much money to spend on ads, I would suggest try cold email because it's very, very easy. And with a lot of great softwares now, you can automate it completely. Now, there are certain principles that you must get right before you even start sending out your first email. And those principles are deliverability, the structure of the email and the script, and also the software that you use, right? So in this video, we're going to give you the basics of cold email and give you all the information you need to start sending out some emails and booking some calls for your agency right now. Now, before we get into it, if you want our one-on-one help in scaling your own agency past 10K per month, click the link in the description below and we can hop on a call to see if we're a good fit to work together so we can help you scale. All right, that's enough yapping for now. Let's lock right in and talk about starting a cold email system. Now, the number one thing you need for your cold email system is the correct deliverability. Now, deliverability is the percentage of emails that actually hit the inbox. I'm sure you guys know the spam folder, right? It's a big problem in emails, and tons of people who send you emails or promotional emails have their stuff land in spam because whatever email service you use weeds out all their promotional emails that seem scammy or fishy. Now, the problem is that if you start a cold email campaign and you don't have the correct deliverability, every single email you send will hit the spam folder. And this is why this is the most important part of your email system because it doesn't matter how many emails you send or how good your software is. If your emails hit the spam box, nobody sees them, right? So you never even have a chance to show people what you can do. So when running a cold email system, I want you to treat deliverability as the holy grail and king of all cold email system problems, right? Over everything, over your offer, over your guarantee. It doesn't matter if they don't see your email, right? That's the number one thing you got to focus on. So the question is, how do you make sure that your deliverability is as good as possible? You must have a clean sending domain, right? You must send emails from a clean domain that's been trusted by all the email servers, whether it's Google, Yahoo, whatever the case may be. Now, a clean sending domain is an email address that's been verified and accepted by the email servers and providers that you use. So think about this, right? If you're sending an email through an already trusted domain, you'll never hit the spam inbox because Google knows that you're a legitimate person or a legitimate company. Now, there are 2 ways to make sure that your email has a clean sending domain. You can either buy a new domain and warm them up using instantly.ai, or you can buy an already warm domain and send from there, right? And there's pros and cons to each. Now, both of these methods work. However, the biggest problem with buying a new domain and warming them up is to warm up an email, it takes a long time. It takes about 2 weeks to warm up an email and for Google and the email service to trust a domain and see that it's a real, actual business that can be trusted. So that's why we highly recommend that you already buy a warm domain and start sending your emails out from there. Now, for the sake of time, I'm going to show you how to buy a domain that's already warmed up from instantly.ai so you can just start sending out emails immediately. All right, so we're in instantly.ai. Now, what I will need you guys to do is to go here to where it says email accounts on the left, and you can go here to click add new. Now, this is where you add your existing emails that you can use to send out your messages to your potential prospects. Now, here you have 3 options. You can do a done for you email setup, you can connect your existing setup or your existing email, or you can do a pre-warmed account. So these accounts have already been warmed up in the back end and you can start sending out emails immediately. Now with instantly.ai, they do have a limit. I think they refresh every couple of months, but right now they have 88 domains remaining, which means they have 88 different domains you can use to start sending out information about your business. So you can click continue here. You can see there's tons of different emails that you can use here as domains to send out on your business. Now, one problem about getting a pre-warmed account is that it's not going to be the exact name as your business. So for example, if your business is called Rocket Power Marketing, you're probably not going to find rocketpowermarketing.com on this system, right? You're basically just going to have to take what you can get so you can send out emails immediately. Now, let's just search, for example, if we type in Rocket Power Marketing, something like that. Let's see if we get something similar to that. So nothing similar to that, right? So the thing is, though, like I said, it can be hard to find something that fits your brand or your brand image. So for example, let's just look at some that looks kind of cool. So for example, we can say Conduit Global Class. That sounds kind of cool. So we're going to use this. So conduitglobalclass.org. It's been an email that's already been warmed, and it costs about $15 a year, which is awesome. So once we choose a domain, we're going to want to choose a forwarding domain. Now this forwarding domain is going to be the domain of your business. So let's say your domain is rocketpowermarketing.com. You could actually type in rocketpowermarketing.com, something like that. So every single email that you get, we forward it to this email as well. So don't worry, this won't hurt you or won't hurt your deliverability. It just makes sure that every time you get an email from this actual sub account or sub email, it'll redirect to your actual email and your actual domain. So you can see here we have tons of different options, and they give you about 5 different sub accounts on Google that you can send emails from. Now the cool thing about Instantly is that they make accounts that look like an actual person. So they have Timothy Lopez, Edward Wright, Shelby Brown, things like that, right? Because you want to make sure that you send an email from an actual person. You don't want to make it sound like some random bot, right? So it's really cool here. So basically you can see that it gives you 5 different accounts in your domains, and you could pretty much pay $65 a year to have these 5 accounts, which is really, really cool. So I suggest getting this right away, buying it so that you have a system to send the emails out to. All right, so after you buy that domain and you have those domains ready to go, you're pretty much ready to start sending out the emails. But what you must do is actually figure out the right structure to send the email out to, because if you don't have the right structure and right script, people aren't going to actually look at your email, click on it, and respond to you, right? So we want to make sure you have that as well. So basically, here's a structure that we use for our cold email campaigns that works out very well. So first, we start out with a personalized greeting. Then we compliment their business and what they do. After the compliment, we give them our offer and our guarantee. Then we also emphasize our risk reversal. Then we talk about a personalized video. So we create a personalized video that they can watch that explains our offer even more. Then we also talk about some case studies that we have to prove that we know what we're doing. And then after, we just ask them for the meeting, right? So this is a very, very simple structure that we use, and this works out very well. Now, this exact cold email structure, the exact one, completely filled our calendar and got us tons of extremely qualified appointments. So let me show you the exact literal email that we use, right? I'm going to give you guys as much value as possible in this video. This is the exact email that we use that you guys can use in your system as well. So this is what the email looks like, right? So we focus on getting real estate agents on our calendar. So this is going to be geared more towards real estate agents. So this is what we said, right? We said, hey, Jalen, hope you're having a good day so far. My team and I were just checking out your work in real estate. We're seriously impressed. The brand that you built stands out and your hard work shows, right? So so you can see here, we go back, we had a personalized greeting and complimented their business. Then we said, we're extremely confident we can build you a system that gets you 10 plus qualified buyer or seller appointments in the next 90 days on a complete pay on results basis. We ensure the exact number of confirmed appointments on your calendar, meaning if we're even one appointment away, you don't pay. By the way, this isn't an automated message. It's really me. I recorded this video to introduce myself so you can see I'm not blasting you from some software, right? Even though we are technically blasting them from some software, we don't want them to think that, right? We want to make sure it's as personalized as possible. So here's where we actually add the link to the explainer video, and I'll show you what it looks like in the actual email. Then after that, we say we've already helped over 20 plus real estate agents, so we know we can do the same for your business, right? And then we transition into asking them for the meeting. So we say, I would love to learn more about your business, challenges, and goals to see if there's a fit. Would you be interested in scheduling some time this week so we can discuss? P.S. When I say pay on results, I really mean it. No results equals nothing comes out of your pocket, right? So that's basically the entire system. Now, this is really, really cool. A very, 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 very good email. And I suggest you guys do something very similar to this for your specific niche. Now, let me show you in the inbox what it actually looks like. So if I open the inbox here, this is the exact email that we sent out. How you can see here, it's the same exact thing. And you can see here as well, there's a little video here that they can click on and watch that explains what we do. So if they click here, it actually links them to a system and a software called PitchLane, right? So PitchLane is a software. I'll show you how that works in a little bit later in the video, but PitchLane allows you to record videos and explain your offer over someone's website, right? So you can see here, I'm on their Zillow account or their Compass account, and you can see here it's a video specifically for them, and they can choose a discovery call and choose a time to book with our calendar and our team. So this has worked very, very well. So I'm sure you guys saw in that email system, we had their exact personalized name, a video over their actual website explaining what we do, and a system that makes things very personalized in this cold email. Now, like I said, if you want to learn exactly how we completely personalize every single email for every single potential client, like I said, book a call with us in the description and we'll show you exactly how step by step. We'll hop on a call and see if we're a good fit to work together. So with this exact system, you can just plug in your exact offer, your guarantee, your client name, and your risk reversal, and start booking people on your calendar and closing clients. Okay, so now you figured out how to actually focus on deliverability, get the right deliverability, and you focus on the structure and script of the email. But you will now need a software to send these emails out consistently, along with a system to personalize the explainer video and track every single person who's seen the video and turn them into a potential customer, right? So these softwares you're gonna need are these three softwares. You're gonna need Instantly.ai, you're gonna need PitchLane, or you can use Loom, and you're also gonna need Zapier, right? Now, these three go hand in hand to make sure you track every single piece of your system. So you'll need Instantly.ai to send out the emails consistently, and you'll also need PitchLane or Loom to create the explainer video for the client you're emailing. Now, if you're using PitchLane, you'll also need Zapier to track every single person who watches your video so you can contact them and get notified when they watch your video, right? With Loom, it does it automatically, but PitchLane doesn't. So you're gonna need a system that tracks every single person who watches your video so that when they watch your video, you can see that they're interested and you can call them right away. So let me show you how to set up every piece of the system for you. So first, let's hop into PitchLane, and PitchLane is a software we use to actually create the video. So we can create our first campaign here, call it campaign, something like that, create the campaign. It's gonna walk you through step by step how to upload a video and use it in the background of the system. So first, where it says here, create a video using PitchLane, upload existing video, or use an example video. So what I'm gonna do is, I'm gonna actually upload an existing video because I already have one that works. Okay, awesome. So I just uploaded my video, and you can see PitchLane put it in the bottom right corner here. So I'm gonna click save here. Awesome. So now we're gonna have to upload a CSV file. So we're gonna need to upload a list of all of our leads so PitchLane can find their websites and all their information and create an entire video around it. So if I upload a CSV here, I'm gonna choose one here really quickly. Perfect. So I uploaded a bunch of leads here. Now we're gonna want to choose every single column and map them out correctly. So here it's asking for the company website. So I'm gonna go here and find the company website. Boom, the website's here. Then if you have their name, you could add their name, first name, last name, email, company name. You can do that as well. Do not import. If there's any piece of information that you don't have, don't worry about importing it, right? But you really only need the name, and you're gonna need the website as well. That's really all you'll need from here. Okay, perfect. Once you upload everything, all you need to do is download the video and then start sending them out onto Instantly. All right, perfect. So that's pretty much how you set up the cold email system to start sending out personalized emails through Instantly and PitchLane. However, I'm sure you know that there's so many other factors when it comes to turning these emails into appointments, right? You have to make sure you're increasing your deliverability, make sure you're following up correctly, and make sure you're automating and hiring the right people to run this system basically on autopilot. So like I said, if you want our one-on-one help to figure out exactly how to do this, just hop on a call with us below, schedule a time, and we'll see if we could possibly help you start or scale your agency to over 10K per month.